So, okay, that's just a little, I don't know if it was 2 minutes, but just a little basic overview. I've got here just a few slides just to give people some high-level information about the different parts of the product set, and Gabriele is going to come in with some more detail. Kind of this is a little bit repeating what happened before, what I was talking about before, but really Alfresco is doing ECM for the second time, and we're doing it like ECM version 2.0, learning from the good and from the bad in the past, and building a superior offering. So we've very much based a lot of the design of the product on ease of use, making sure it's a very easy product to use. There's certain ways in which you can configure Alfresco, so in fact people don't really know they're using Alfresco. You can expose the document management component really just like any folder you'd find in Windows, so you could just work on the documents as if it was a J drive or an S drive. But the reality is that Alfresco is behind that, doing a lot of the management. It's very simple to program Alfresco. You can extend Alfresco very quickly. Because it's based on open standards, it's based on well-known, well-used, easy scripting languages. It's platform agnostic. It's highly scalable. We have a very flexible records management framework for different compliance solutions. Mobility solutions now, again with these new devices, the BlackBerries and the iPods, mobile solutions really are much more of a reality than they used to be before. We have some great support there for mobile devices. We do have a true single repository for all different types of content. Not that one vendor has bought 10 or 15 different products. And then really the concept of it being in a single repository is more for the marketing people more than really a technical reality. And again, going back to the interest we have in CMIS, we've been very much at the forefront of CMIS, pushing for increased standardization. And again, one of the major benefits of our approach, ECM version 2, is the fact that it's open source, and not just technical benefits from that, but it also means you can save lots and lots of money on not paying for proprietary software licenses, proprietary product software licenses. And also there's some white papers. If people are interested, there's some white papers available on Alfresco website. We've taken data from an American government catalogue for the prices of products documented in open text SharePoint. You can have a look there, and the difference of pricing for some different scenarios. So of these major pieces, document management, web content management, collaboration, these are kind of the major, let's say, applications or ECM applications which Alfresco has built and developed. We do have some support for things like digital asset management, managing videos, image management. We have got some good functionality there. The records management, this slide probably needs to be updated. We've literally just these past few days announced the certification to the DoD records management standard. But that still hasn't arrived on my slide yet, but that's really a subset, you can say, of document management, records management, document management, kind of being the same thing. And these are the main applications that Alfresco has, all sitting on top of this content platform. And in fact, when Alfresco was first conceived and the first versions built, the concept wasn't to build a document management system, even though most people know Alfresco for document management. The concept was to build a content repository upon which people could then build all their different applications. Alfresco then, because of the experience we had with document management, we did that. And then we did web content and collaboration. But the fundamental piece at the beginning was to build a scalable, extendable, responsive, fast repository, and then we'll see what the community builds on top. And we have partners. I'm just seeing Rui down at the front. He's joined us from our Spanish partner in Extremadura. He's busy building a whole load of components using Adobe Flex. Some applications sort of sitting on top of Alfresco, not even using the Alfresco interfaces. And that was really a fundamental point with the product, is not so much the applications, but as the repository. So document management, talking about the ease of use, this is what we can see here is Alfresco exposed as a series of folders. If anybody's downloaded Alfresco, played with it, this is probably something they've looked at. It's called Alfresco CIFS, CIFS this time. And that's basically a protocol which exists within Windows, and it allows Alfresco has engineered this protocol to expose our Java repository as a Windows folder. So this enables people to use with all of their applications, Microsoft Word, PaintShop Pro, WinZip, Notepad, any applications they have in-house which work with Windows can now automatically integrate with Alfresco without having to install anything on anybody's desktop. Literally, it's as simple as configuring a mapped drive //server/share. You map a drive to the Alfresco repository, and then the folders and the documents act in exactly the same way as they would do as if it was a normal folder in terms of copy, paste, rename, drag and drop, these kind of things. But then also behind the scenes we can then add a lot more intelligence, logic, control, auditing, but the user doesn't see it. So, I mean, really I think the key to document management, and the big challenge that document management always had within organisations, it was very specialist technology, too complicated for most light document management users. But so our goal is to make document management used by the rest of the organisation, the 90% of people who typically didn't used to use it because it was too complex. And we're thinking the real way to do that is just to make it very simple for the users. We don't want to give the users with options, 100 options in the interface, complicated processes. Make it very simple, and this SIFS protocol has gone a long way to making that possible. So this is just one interface. This is where, sort of a desktop environment, very simple. But then we also have, very, very nice, intuitive web interfaces as well. This is the Alfresco Share, which is becoming more and more our standard web interface to the Alfresco repository. Alfresco Share, we're going to see it in a bit more detail. It's got many collaborative features, blogs and wikis and discussions, etc. But it's also got a big document management part in terms of all of the metadata, the searching, and in fact the new records management standard, the implementation that we've done for the DoD 5012.5, 5015.2 DoD standard, that has actually been built on top of Share as well. So it's just about giving different interfaces to different users. This is just another screenshot of uploading some documents. So collaboration, again, this is the Alfresco Share interface. Here we're looking at a page which has been built with a very simple wiki designer. Here we can see some blogs which have been put into Alfresco Share. This is a kind of like a user dashboard that all users will have access to, which provides them access to their different sites. They can see their calendar items, they can see their documents, they can see activities as well. It's all about activities around the content. So this is it's the same application, it's called Alfresco Share, but it has a sort of number of the collaboration features built into the same interface that is used by the document management as well. Alfresco WCM, there are some interfaces to it. There's something called Alfresco Web Studio, which is a design tool which allows you it helps you to design websites. For example, I think the one on the right here is a sample website which comes with Alfresco Web Studio, which allows you to build sort of components with the website. But really, Alfresco WCM it's more about providing control around control and adding value to existing web investments in web technology. So developers can continue to use Dreamweaver or continue to use their web design tool of choice. If they have code written in PHP or even in .NET or in whatever languages, you don't have to start again and put Alfresco in and write it according to Alfresco. We basically add value around a lot of the existing investments in web technology, putting areas of control, helping users with workflow approval, auditing processes. And again, if a lot of customers, if they have document management from Alfresco, even though sometimes our tool is not an ideal tool for small departmental solutions, potentially OpenCMS, Joomla or Drupal are better suited. Obviously, if people do have Alfresco ECM and they've got people trained on the Alfresco engine, then often it makes a bit of sense as well for departmental type web WCM projects.